Y'all know as long as y'all keep clapping for me, I'm gonna keep doing that shit. Yo, how's everybody doing tonight? Oh man, I'm so excited.
Welcome to Keep It Simple Student Podcast. Today, got another special talent in here, community favorite, my brother, Sir Kenneth McLaurin.
What's up?
How you going, bro?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Good to have you on.
Good to be on.
Brother do a lot of things around the community. I want to, today just talk about what special talent he gifts us with and out of town all the time. So, we're going to get right to it. Where you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina, Port City. What's up? Yeah.
And you made your way to Ithaca.
Yeah, man. I made my way to Ithaca, New York. So I started out in Wilmington, born and bred, man. E.A. Laney High School graduate. Then I went to college in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
I was at Morehouse, and I was in Atlanta for like 6-7 years. And after that, I moved to Kenya. I was in Nairobi, Kenya for like 12 years.
Ooh.
And then, yeah.
How was Kenya? Like, what was that like?
It was great. I was there for 12 years, man. I loved it. I had my first wife there, my first divorce there, my second wife there. Both my kids were born there and whatnot. I think I tell people I did a lot of my first grown-up stuff in Kenya. So, I love it, man. I think it's
from high school, from college or whatever.
Yep.
Pretty much, right? Yes, I get it. And so from there, you make your way to Ithaca?
Yep, from there I'll make my way to Ithaca. Okay. My ex-wife got into grad school at Cornell. Okay. And at that time, I had spent like 18 months in South Sudan. Mm. And that was like the hardest 18 months of my life.
Why is that?
Bro, it's like, so it's like really living primitive, like no running water, no electricity, staying in a mud hut with a thatch roof. Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? No roads. Wow, yeah, like folks when you go there, folks are like, look, prepare yourself, and it's not rural, it's primitive. Yeah, so I was there for like 18 months, and it was like the toughest 18 months like of my life. And at that time, I felt like coming back to the U.S. was cool. Obama was president, you know what I'm saying?
Seemed hopeful.
Yeah. Obama was president. Then my ex-wife brought me to Ithaca. I was an accompanied spouse. You know what I'm saying? She got her graduate degree, got a master's, divorced me. Oh. No, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all right.
I see you a lot. You know what I mean? So you seem to be.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
So
yeah.
I respect you that. All right, so let's get into the reason why I got you and what I want to get on. I want to talk about your talent, man. The brother does comedy, super funny dude. What made you want to be a comic in the first place? Like, when did the idea even enter your mind?
Okay, this is weird. The idea entered my mind in college. Okay. Like my senior year, I was talking to my screenwriting professor. We were in his office. And I don't know what we were talking about, but something happened. We said something, and he was like, "Oh man, that's funny." And he wrote it down. Mm. And I was like, "What, are you a comedian or something?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "What? Word? Like, really? Like, what you be doing comedy? I'll never see you, like." Yeah. And I was just like, "Really?" And he's like, "Oh man, I'm a comedian. They got like this amateur night open mic down in the club in Atlanta. And I want to say it was downtown Comedy Corner. I don't know, but it was Earthquakes Comedy Club.
Uptown.
Oh yeah, Uptown.
I talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
It's a radio show.
Yeah. So this was in 1998.
Okay.
And, And he had the comedy club there, and I was like, all right, word. He was like, yeah, man, it's like people who ain't professionals, like an open mic, anybody can just go down and get on. I was like, oh, word, like I'm gonna go down there and just check it out, man. I was like, that sounds like fun. And like I didn't understand comedy at all, right? So when I went down there, bro, these dudes on stage was fire, man. You know what I'm saying? They was killer. Like I was just like, wow. I was like, and these are the amateurs? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I mean, they was fire. And Earthquake was hosting. And like, I remember somebody in the crowd was talking. And like, I just remember this. He was like, he told them something and he was like, man, because they had braces. He was like, yo, you don't need braces. You need a fence. You know what I'm saying? On your teeth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to eat food, you open up a gate and this food in. Oh man, I was just dying, right? And I remember it was so intimidating, right? Yeah. It was just real intimidating. And so the next week, I went to Kenya. And I was only supposed to go for 2 months. I was only supposed to go for 2 months. I was supposed to go, come back after 2 months. But after 2 months, so I was 24 when I went over. Me and my boy, best friend, we went over, we were 24. Yeah. And so for the 2 months, we spent 2 months in clubs and bars. We just spent the whole 2 months in clubs and bars. Yeah. Bro, no safaris, no animals, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. Yeah. Just like, just clubbing. And then also this was 1998, right? So when we get over there, bro, it just like, where I grew up, it's real black, you know what I'm saying? Like
over there?
No, I'm saying like
where you come from?
We're in North Carolina. Right, it's real black, right? You know what I'm saying? I got family in DC, spent a lot of time in DC. Mm-hmm. It's real black. Yep. Bro, when I went over there, I was like, oh my God, it was just super black. Yo, like stuff just stood out. Like we be watching TV and all the commercials was black people, man. Like the toothpaste commercials, the soap commercials, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like.
That's a whole shock. Right?
Yeah, and this was 98, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like the police officer, the judges, like everybody, as soon as you get off, like, and I have so much fun. I was like, man, like, me and my boy were coming back. Now, we were in the car going to the airport back, right? And I told you we ain't going on any safaris or anything, but like to go to the airport, like, here in New York, you go places and you drive through like the state parks and whatnot. Yeah. It's the same thing over there, right? You go through the state park. To go to the airport, man, this time we just saw animals and shit, like fucking elephants, some giraffes and whatnot, like all. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. We talking about how much fun we had, me and my boy's like, yo, son, Kenny, man, like, yo, if my old lady wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't go back. And I was like, yo, man, me neither. If my old lady wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't go back. This shit is so fire. Then I was like, hold up, wait a minute. My old lady ain't pregnant. So we were staying with his sister. Yeah. And I was like, yo, how long can I stay with you? And she was like, yeah, as long as you want. Wow. And like, I just got lucky, man. Big serendipity, like everything, just all different things just came together to make it where like, when I was looking for a job, I got a job.
Did you do any comedy while you was over there?
Nah. Here's what's funny, right? Like, I was in Sudan, and so we had a generator, and we had like power 2 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening, right? Yeah. So like that, yeah.
Heat the water up and all that.
Oh no. You can't use gas to heat water up. That's what you make a fire and then boil the water, heat it up, bro. What? Come on, man, son, like you cannot use gas for the generator to heat water. Oh, bruh.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, cause like
nomad stuff for real. That's nomad.
We were there, and it was like the it was like European Champions Football League going on. Yeah. And we was watching the game. I don't know what I said or something. And one of the interns who was there with me was like, yo, Kenny, you're funny. He was like, because you can say the same things that other people say, but it's just the way you say it that make it funny. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then like later on, like right before we came back, we were having kuku choma, like chicken barbecue. We were cooking having a chicken barbecue. Folks was over at the crib, and I was telling some story. I was just, saying some bullshit. And my sister-in-law was like, yo, wait a minute, yo. Tell a story about what you would do if you were rich and you had to put a water slide in your house, right? So I said something like, I'd have a water slide in my house, like through the walls and shit on the floor. And people be like, where's Kenny? And you just see me like, going like, yeah. And I started, and like, then somebody was like, nah, tell this one. No, tell this one. Okay. And I started thinking like, oh man, like, and this was years later. And so now I'm back in the US, right? I'm visiting my mom in Wilmington, North Carolina, my hometown. Port City, what's up? I'm visiting my mom, and we're talking, right? And now like we're adults, so we're just talking like more adult type stuff. Mm-hmm. And I had always presumed that my mom, like she was a teacher, educator her whole life. I always presumed that she became a teacher because when she graduated from college, there are very limited opportunities for Black women for like work in the South. Right. So that's why I thought she was like, okay, I'm gonna be a teacher. But she was like, no. I always knew I was gonna be a teacher since I was like in the 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Wow. I was gonna be a teacher. She was like, I think I used to like to teach my dogs and whatnot. Knew what was going. She said she knew it was what she was gonna do. Yeah. And she said, I'm really glad or lucky. I don't know if it was lucky or blessed that I get the opportunity to do something I love every day. And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I wish I can have that experience as well. And then again, serendipity, right? Like all these things, different things just happening at the same time. Where she said that, I'm in Wilmington. They had just opened like a comedy room in Wilmington. That same night they had an open mic. Wow. Yeah. So I went and like I did my first five minutes and I loved it, man. I really enjoyed being on stage, talking to people like that. And
what year was that?
This was like 2011 maybe.
That's what's up, yeah.
Yeah, 2011.
So once you got on stage and you felt that feeling, has there been one moment when you're like, I don't know if I really want to do the comedy thing?
Nope. Never.
That thought at all?
Nope, never. There was never a time I wanted to quit. But when I came up here, in order to do comedy, I had to make the opportunities for comedy, right? Okay. So I started producing shows and whatnot. And I will say, yeah, there have been times where I've been like, no, I'm not going to produce any more shows, right? Yeah. But it's never been a time where I'm like, yo, I'm not going to get on stage, right? Yeah, almost definitely.
All right, yeah. So on that note, that's one of the other things you do around here. You produce shows and you bring comics out and have in different places in the town. You find rooms for them to do that. That's another thing you got going on. So how'd you start? How'd you even Well, you just kind of got on top of that. It was nothing to do, so you decided to do it.
Yeah. Well, actually,
let's go get this stuff right there.
Yeah. All right. This. I love it. I love this because, like, this is one of the things that I thought was cool about Ithaca when I first came. So, when I came here, being that I'm a black dude from the South, like the first thing I was looking for was a black barbershop. You know, I was like, where's the black barbershop? And they put me on to like big time when I was down on the Commons, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I was in there, and I was in there one day. I think it might have been my first time in there, and they talking to me, and they was like, "What you do?" And I was like, "Well, you know, I do this, and I do some stand-up comedy." And they was like, "Word?" I was like, "Yep." And I had a little DVD. Like a 20-minute DVD, and I gave it to him, and they put it on. And Joe was like, "Oh shit, that's what's up. Let's do a show here." So we did a show at the barbershop, and after that, like that was the birth of local comedy here in Ithaca. Like that was it.
Let's get into another thing that you set off. You're wearing the T-shirt right now, the Comedy Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Like, what's that about?
Well, you know, like I've been here in Ithaca for like since 2011, like doing comedy and watching the scene grow. And between like here and Binghamton and like Syracuse and Rochester, it's been so much growth like in the local comedy scene. And it's one of the things where like everything has its purpose, right? Mm-hmm. Everything has its purpose. Right. And what I'm sort of like think is really cool is through like what we created here in comedy, we've seen like people have come here and performed at like festivals and events in Ithaca, have gone on and done like really good, great things. Locally, like one of the Caitlin from the Kevin Hart show, mm-hmm. She went like when she was starting off, she came up here and did a show. Wow. Yeah. That's dope. You know, some other folks who got some Netflix special. Steven Rogers was like born up here, has done some shows. Actually, he even did a show at the barbershop. Wow. That. Yeah, he did a show down here at the barbershop. I was looking at going through some old stuff, and I saw one of the posters from it. Right? So like Jay McBride, who's doing some big things, like all came through here and performed. So it's like opening up comedy for people here and just different venues. But with the Hall of Fame, we recently decided to recognize four folks who are really important and integral to like the comedy scene here in upstate New York. My man Mike Peters, who he's produced over 1,000 shows, man, like, which is that's work. Yeah. Work, oh man, like even my wife, she was like, one time we went to one of his shows, she was like, he comes out here every week? Like what?
That's a lot of work. I'm just calculating the time you gotta take just to do a show.
Oh man, so like, and so in some ways, it's not like, it is very few places in upstate New York like this dude has in touch with comedy, because like his open mic has been one of the longest running open mics. People go to his open mics, they get on his shows, he gives them opportunities, they get better, they start doing their own shows, mm-hmm. They give other people opportunities. So it's like one of these things where and then
that's the best way to be, like to give it back and pay it forward. Like that, I respect it a lot. So it's pretty much to highlight a lot of the
local comics
from the area. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. I must commend you and give you props for that, man.
Oh, I thank you. I
know that you recently You recently did the first
induction.
So
yeah, my man Mike Peters, Madeline Smith, Madeline, AKA We Need More Women Headliners Smith. Yeah, she held it down in upstate New York for so long. One of the few women voices. God is good because your boy got in. Like I really appreciate it. But we've done a lot of work here trying to make comedy like something in the area, and then also like the one of the Sing Trees. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting because she sings, but she sings at a lot of comedy shows, and we used to joke that like at the end she would sing Stand By Me, and the tips would turn from 1s to 20s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
Trees, we gotta try to get Sing Trees on too, but that's his wife.
Yeah, and then like it's also was sort of cool with her and her singing. I know one of the people who like we do a show where I do stand-up comedy and then she sings and I tell stories, but it's unique because we're on the stage at the same time.
What's the name of it?
Singing Notes and Slinging Jokes. Right. Yeah, and one of the people who like we did a show in a hotel it was like a daytime, like on a Sunday outside, like in the patio. And bro, nobody brings comedy outside on a patio in a hotel on a Sunday, right? But we were able to be there because of what she turned it into. And I remember one of the guys saying, he was like, yo, I've always seen music and comedy, and the music has always been like funny or silly. He was like, mm-hmm. But wow, this is like great, and so it's, yeah, so it really allowed us to go in places that comedy wouldn't go before. So yeah, that happened. Comedy HOF. Check it out everywhere you are. If you just put Comedy HOF online, hit enter, we should come up.
So I know you got a lot going on or coming up. I want you to let the people know some of the things coming up, more recent that they could probably attend if they're in the area.
Okay. All right. I will do my best, but first I will say this. So earlier when you was like, hey, do you want me to send you the questions?
Yeah.
And I was like, if you want me to know and prepare,
okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, like, all the other questions I like, but that one, send me.
Okay, so we're gonna fly past.
But now, hold on. I do know some stuff that we got going on. So we're doing the $100 laugh off, and that happens every month where we get local comedians come. They do like a 5 to 8 minute set, and the audience votes on the winner. It happens in Rochester and in Ithaca the first weekend of every month, so that's what you can check out. We also do some underground laughs where we do pop-up shows at different places, and it's secret shows, so we tell you the location and the comedians at the last minute. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's also something we do. So check that out. I encourage you to check us out. Check the website, comedyhof.com. Subscribe if you're in Ithaca. Whenever you subscribe, we give you a free ticket to one of our upcoming laugh-offs or other shows. So please use that. We want to see you folks come out.
Kenneth, thanks for doing this. I appreciate you.
Dudes, thanks for inviting me on, man. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all to remember to keep it simple, stupid. Yes.
Keep it simple, stupid. We out.
We have come to the end of our first show tonight. I had a great time. I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. Give it up for all the comedians. I feel like I got to stand up for black people here for a second. Especially since I'm an only fucking child. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's like, look, these black people have 15 kids. Like, I'm an only child. And Lil Ben's like, again, he's from Maryland, D.C., so he has that experience. Bro, come up here to Tompkins County and go to one of these trailer parks. Yeah. Someone like, see him say, bro, you'll see fucking kids on, like, I ain't know white people live like that.